Good evening and welcome to another installment of the 6:15 p.m. news on Canal International. We're broadcasting live from our studios at Yupo and Douala. First up, the headlines. That for as long as hunters learn to shoot without missing, birds will fly without landing. In this edition of the news, we'll show you how some students have found new ways of smuggling banned substances onto school campuses. And then we ask what contribution has bilingualism made to Cameroon as a nation. Schoolgoers across the country have been taking advantage of the National Bilingualism Week to preach the benefits of mastering English and French. And beyond Cameroon, in the DR Congo, the rebel M23 movement has unilaterally declared a truce to the fighting that has so far left hundreds dead in a jiffy. Let's kickstart this edition with this brief from the Northwest region and precisely Bamenda, where trickling reports indicate that earlier today, unidentified gunmen shot and killed the driver of an excavator working on the construction site of the bridge linking the City Chemist roundabout and the Rendezvous Junction in the Bamenda 2 subdivision. Our Northwest regional correspondent Annie Collins-Annie says since the collapse of the bridge several months ago, commuters have been facing tough times traveling between both directions. We shall provide further details on the story as they unfold. Has been found safe and sound. A 38-year-old woman who was arrested and taken into police custody has confessed the theft. She actually says that she suffered a miscarriage a couple of weeks ago, and has been desperate for a baby. Here's Sherif Asale, Annie Collins-Annie once again.
It is a story of a woman district hospital in Misam Division. The 38-year-old woman continued the pretense right to the home of the nursing mother in nearby Bambali. Little did the nursing mother know the visiting woman was after her baby.
I was not sleeping. Then this child, one of my friends, me and he met up for hospital, Bamboo District Hospital. Then she told me that she's waiting for the sister's child. The sister is coming from Banso and she's from Banso. She's staying inside Bambali village and she's selling at Mamusha.
Police investigations revealed that 38-year-old Priscilla did not only steal the 3-week-old baby, but also carried away the mother's phone, thereby further complicating matters.
After their meeting, they exchanged numbers because the woman told her that she would like to go and visit the newborn baby. That's how she gave her the secret there.
3 weeks after her arrest recently, the accused laments she has been longing for a baby after a miscarriage.
I want to open up my mommy, but I don't know what's happened. I think I'm not open up my mommy. The
public has been encouraged to report such cases for the police to do the rest.
But if the person did not come towards you to complain, it's difficult for you to have certain information who can guide you.
With the volatile security atmosphere in the Northwest region, some persons use certain localities as hideouts for their crimes like Bafut in this case.
And now this rather complicated story because lawyers for the Rear Admiral Joseph Fuda have rejected accusations of money extortion made by certain Eve Pafe Mbapu and others on social media. In fact, speaking in Yaoundé today, the Rear Admiral and his acolytes called the claims a smear campaign aimed at targeting the president's technical advisor. Here's Hyacinth Chia from the capital.
Before the media this February 4th in Yaoundé, lawyers of Contre Amiral Joseph Fuda, in a response to right, said their client has never had links with
Well, sorry for the rather poor quality of that report. We'll be coming back to it subsequently. Let's move on to something else now. And that's because as the National Youth Day continues to draw near, there is growing concern following the intensified crackdowns on delinquent schoolgoers. They're actually leading them to come up with new tactics to infiltrate school campuses with banned substances. As Ndi Mori now tells us, one of those tactics involves stuffing cigarettes and hard drugs in bread and moving them into school. Here's a report.
An unsettling image of a loaf of bread stuffed with cigarettes, a lighter and harmful liquid has been circulating on social media, causing shock and concern among parents and the education family.
Un peu à l'intérieur, il y avait une boîte d'allumettes, il y avait de la cigarette à l'intérieur.
This new tactic of infiltrating drugs and other illicit items into schools has raised serious concerns about student safety and well-being.
Pour détourner l'attention des surveillants généraux et entrer à l'école avec la drogue. Vraiment, ça nous gêne.
Teachers, discipline masters of these emerging tactics and are calling for heightened vigilance.
Les mesures que nous avons prises sont externes.
We do external and internal checks. We have systematic checks from the gates right up to the classrooms. And we do it anytime, any minute, any second, because anything can happen. So get into any class and we start searching. And sometimes you find contraband products. In response, some schools have implemented stricter measures, including searching students' bags at the main gates and even checking, opening and testing of food brought by students to ensure no contraband is hidden inside. As far as the meals are concerned, we also do the checks, and even those who sell on campus, we ensure that we check the meals, check those who get into campus, and check what the children are eating. Parents are also deeply concerned by this growing trend and now being urged to remain vigilant at home, monitoring the children's behavior and belongings more closely. In certain instances, male students have been found to use a more devious strategy, hiding drugs in the bags of their female classmates in an attempt to bypass detection. This has prompted schools to consider even stricter measures to combat this trend. The combination of drug consumption and the rising use of mobile phones among students remains a major concern in schools. Education authorities are emphasizing the need for collective efforts to protect students from these dangerous practices, which threaten both their health and their future. The situation remains critical and continuous vigilance is being urged from both schools and parents alike.
About another major health concern, that's cancer, because figures show that around 19,500 cases and new cases are reported across Cameroon every year. Experts are hopeful and optimistic because they say advances in treatment and early detection are improving survival rates. Yes, Ambo Gladys Ndibang.
In Cameroon, organization, these patients do not survive. Medical experts say that lifestyle choices, genetics, also contribute to the prevalence of the disease.
Tobacco is most of the first cause that identified we have hepatitis B and C. We have another virus that we call Epstein-Barr virus. We can give in their DNA.
According to the oncologist, treatment options available in Cameroon include surgery.
Chemotherapy is not a machine; it's just drugs. We make the combination of drugs in a protocol, and we give to the patient mostly by the vein, intravenous treatment.
Dr. Tayu emphasizes that while these treatments come with side effects, they have significantly improved survival rates, particularly when cancer is detected early.
The survival rates raise from 30% like this before the old pastime to 95 to 99% in developing country. And here we have cancer that we raise up to 99% of percentage of survival.
Avoiding alcohol and tobacco, maintaining a healthy diet, engaging in regular physical activity, and undergoing routine medical checkups can reduce the risks of developing cancer.
And so cancer has long been associated with death due to its high mortality rates, painful treatments, and the emotional toll on patients and their families. Gladys Ambo has spoken to 2 cancer survivors and says their views have changed since they survived the disease. We shall be coming back to that story subsequently. Now, Cameroon's unemployment rate stands at 3.6%, and that's according to government statistics. That implies that millions of particularly young people are in search of stable job opportunities. However, as Sherif Asale reports up next, many job seekers remain unaware of the fact that the internet is not just intended for socializing and entertainment. It is also a hub filled with millions of job opportunities.
Over the past few years, a new wave of young Cameroonians has been making a living online. Content creators, data analysts, and digital events promoters are using social media to carve out careers. Their success highlights the potential of the digital world in tackling unemployment. There are so many young Cameroonians online making money every day. Because I once saw an online post where a woman was advertising how to earn money with your mobile phone and enough data. Despite this, many young people remain unaware of the opportunities available. The power of social media as an employment hub is still underestimated, yet with the number of social media users in Cameroon rising from 2.9 million in 2018 to over 5 million in 2024, the digital economy is expanding rapidly.
In social media, there are a lot of lies tellings. There are a lot of hackers. It may not be possible.
Nowadays, securing a good job often depends on having the right connection. As a result, most job offers found online are likely to be for positions that many people would rather avoid. For those who embraced it, social media is proving to be more than a pastime. It is a serious career path. The challenge now is ensuring that more young Cameroonians recognize and seize this growing opportunity.
And now elsewhere across the country, pupils and students have been seizing the opportunity provided by the national bilingual, the crucial role rather that bilingualism plays in shaping their education and future careers. Some of them spoke to our reporter, Andy Morin.
Through a series of sketches, poems, and other engaging activities, students in Douala showed their proficiency in Cameroon's 2 official languages, that is, French and English.
How does bilingualism promote social cohesion?
The performances not only highlighted their language abilities, but also underscored their awareness of the importance of bilingualism in daily life and professional growth.
For me, to be bilingual is very important because it facilitates your social cohesion with others. If you can speak both languages, it's very easy to communicate and you can easily find your place in the country where you are. So for me, I will encourage everybody, learn both languages, whether you're from the southwest or you're from the east, wherever you are, just learn. Even if you're going out of the country, try to communicate with those that are in that country, learn their own languages, because it's going to help you not only to communicate, but in case of finding a job, finding your way, wherever you're lost.
The event is part of a broader national shift, with schools in Douala and other parts of Cameroon adopting a bilingual system where 50% of lessons are taught in both languages. The goal is to equip students with the language skills necessary for success in both local and international contexts, fostering a bilingual workforce and enhancing Cameroon's cultural and linguistic diversity.
We are offering a system of education where we have 50% English and 50% French, which is taught in all the classes from nursery level up to class 5. And at the level of class 6, those who select English, they continue with English, and those who select French, they continue with French at the level of class 6, so that they can be able to write first school leaving certificate and SEP.
The celebration at this private school in Douala marked the official launch of bilingualism in Douala, representing a step forward in the city's educational landscape. As more schools embrace bilingual education, students are becoming more prepared for a future where bilingualism is a crucial asset in the global job market.
And let's go beyond Cameroon, because the M23, the Rwanda-backed M23 rebel movement, which seized the city of Goma in the DR Congo last week, have declared a unilateral ceasefire starting this Tuesday and citing humanitarian reasons. This follows their advance, which cut off vital aid to the city, with at least 900 people reported dead from last week's fighting.